This electric sedan just broke a safety test that flips cars over, and it did it at over 90 kilometers per hour. That's faster than any car has ever managed. Even luxury brands worth triple the price have failed this test completely. Here's what nobody's talking about. The new MG IM5 Performance doesn't just look like a Tesla Model 3 competitor, it embarrasses it in ways you wouldn't expect. We're talking 770 horsepower from dual electric motors that slam you from 0 to 100 in 3.2 seconds. But that's not the surprising part. The surprising part is what happens when you need to stop. Four-wheel steering that lets this sedan move diagonally like a crab. A digital chassis that manages every wheel independently. Suspension that can read the road ahead and adjust before you even feel a bump. This is the stuff you find in six-figure sports cars. And MG crammed it all into a sedan starting around $60,000. The battery? A massive 100 kilowatt-hour pack with 800-volt architecture. That means charging speeds up to 400 kilowatts at peak. You can add 100 miles of range in 5 minutes. Most EVs take 3 times longer. Real-world range sits around 575 kilometers on a full charge. Inside, there's a 26-inch Ultra HD display stretched across the dashboard. Below that, a 10-inch touchscreen handles everything else. 20 speakers positioned around the cabin, including 4 mounted in the ceiling. Heated and cooled seats wrapped in synthetic leather. It feels like sitting in a luxury lounge that happens to accelerate like a rocket. But here's where it gets interesting. MG added something called Rainy Night Mode. The car uses AI to scan 360-degree camera feeds and identifies pedestrians, vehicles, and hazards in conditions where you can barely see the road. Then it displays everything on that massive screen in real time. One-touch parking lets you find, pull into, and reverse out of spots using voice commands. The steering weighs up differently depending on drive mode. Light in comfort, heavier in sport. The ride skews toward comfort, with acoustic glass and serious sound insulation keeping road noise out. You can adjust regenerative braking levels on the fly. Rear-wheel steering cuts the turning circle down to under 10 meters. That's tighter than most compact hatchbacks, in a sedan nearly 5 meters long. Now the specs people actually care about. This performance variant pushes 572 kilowatts of power split between both axles. That's 770 horsepower to the pavement. Torque hits 802 Newton-meters. Top speed caps at 270 kilometers per hour, though you'll never need that. It weighs 2,373 kilograms, but the power makes it feel lighter. Competitors? The Tesla Model 3 dual motor costs about the same but delivers less power and slower charging. The BYD Seal Performance undercuts it on price but can't match the acceleration or tech. The Hyundai Ioniq 6 and Polestar 2 both cost more and feel slower. This thing holds a moose test record. Most people don't know what that means. It's a high-speed swerve and avoid maneuver designed to simulate emergency lane changes. Luxury brands have literally flipped vehicles trying to pass this test. The IM5 completed it at over 90 kilometers per hour. No drama, no rollover, just precision. That's what happens when you engineer the chassis like a performance car instead of an appliance. MG backs it with a 7-year, 150,000-kilometer warranty. The battery gets separate coverage with guaranteed minimum health over the same period. Maintenance costs stay low because there's no engine, no transmission, no oil changes. Just tires if you exploit all that power regularly. So yeah, this sedan breaks the rules for what you're supposed to get at this price. And speaking of rule breakers, next time we're diving into something even stranger. An SUV with supercar performance that somehow makes financial sense. You'll want to see this. Drop a comment if you'd actually consider buying the IM5 over a Tesla. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.